escape.
Huh.
10 points for agility. You really are a one-trick pony, you know. Just like we rehearsed. Guys, you're toast!
Here's backup! Target acquired. Ha! Shadow of the past, mind to command.
The dead would blaze in dragon fire.
Don't get too close.
Out of the frying pan, it's...
I got you covered.
Gugwa.
Eat this!
Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
I'm going in!
Let me weave you a verse. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered. There is no escape. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Everybody stand back!
Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
Don't get frostbite. Supporting fire. Check this out.
Time for your arraignment! You're toast!
Fire it up. There's more. Oh, so sorry. Finally, the fairy. Here's backup.
Breath of the flame!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Incinerate!
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it. Alone and unchanging.
Stabilize.
Dissipate.
Rise with the sun!
Illusion shattered.
Gather.
There is no escape.
Our bond is strong. Ha! Out of my way! Full throttle!
Solidify.
Shine down.
I will have order.
Wrath from the skies! Incinerate!
Now you shall perish. There is no escape. Ha!
Gather.
We'll be a traveling magic troupe. Ready to rumble.
Solidify!
Light it up! Light of the blazing sun! Try and stop me!
Gather!
Rise with the sun!
Let's get this show on the road. And voila! Up to it, Manzai!
Wrath from the skies! Rev the engines!
Ad Astra. Ad Astra Ab. Thank you for complete.
Is that Navia over there? Oh, it's been a while. Let's go say hi. Hey, Navia! What you up to?
Shh! Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now.
It was an accident.
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say.
Wait! Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia? Huh. So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're still...
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
my staff!
Of course.
Overworked!
But Philmont can...
Monica, back it!
Huh?
Just do as you're told!
Wow, what a horrible...
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you in. Her name is Savannah. Ever since she took one guy...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
At his family's request, Savannah is... Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working. And that's why I'm here.
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now.
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. And besides, I don't really... Yeah, meaning...
Paimon will join you.
Oh, guys, it's fine. A really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern. Her name is...
Sorry to interrupt. This is a small...
Monica's the one apologizing?
Our head chef has been...
All right. Since there's candy, Paimon...
Thank you for...
a little highly strung, huh?
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even be...
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't all...
Oh, Paimon total... Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper. Find... Escoffier?
Escoffier? Could this mean...
Huh? You know that name, Navia?
Yeah. Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier anyway.
Light it up! Yeah. Burn it down! Full throttle!
So, who is this?
She... Well, for starter, she recreated the legendary Gâteau de... Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Bour's history. After the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Gâteau de Bour. That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow. Why the heck would she let Savannah take her place?
Well, a parrot, but none of the chefs.
The Fortress of Mirabede?
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed to Savannah.
So that's what happened. Paimon still thinks it's really unfair.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick Savannah out. It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back.
Well, about that.
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove! You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by their...
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again.
Yes, Chef.
Excuse us,
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch...
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef. Well, in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them go-
Firmont. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again?
He's the chef that he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well...
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single...
So, you two must be the world-famous traveler and her companion.
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about...
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
That's hard to believe.
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either. Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcoming. Plus,
Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica!
Escoffier?
I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this.
Wait, so now she's,
let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Wait, she looks like... Is that Escoffier?
Escoffier's back? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Oh,
But...
what the heck?
Get up, Monica! If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do.
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've cooked.
that's some...
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing. Gave me a bit of a fright, to be honest.
Oh, well, it's because Chef Savannah tasted a bit of the leftover soup from my pot and then threw me out of the kitchen.
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're all looking a little worse for wear these days.
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive, so you knew what you did wrong and how to improve, and we all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier was hard on us because she truly wanted us to reach her level. But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, or just do it again. And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the Fleuve Cendre.
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own, what happened back then, that wasn't on you, and all of us know that. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that lumiline ended up in the food we served.
Lumiline? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people with impaired responses to stimuli.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive.
They also found that overuse can, unfortunately...
Everyone knows that, but you took all the blame. And now looky.
What are you trying to say?
Oh.
Besides,
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head? No. Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing back here?
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place.
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
Oh, Savannah! My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even
That's...
What happened to not?
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier returned.
Huh? Fanagem?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tête-à-tête between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the traditional way.
The traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
That's right! I'm talking, of course, about the...
According to legend, the founders of the cooking contest...
Huh.
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in the culinary arts. And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hôtel de Bord into the top-ranking restaurant in Fontaine.
Reintroduction? Someone brought it back? Who?
What say you, Escoffier?
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hotel de Boer anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little?
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat it as an exhibition of...
Exhibition. Huh. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose...
What? The Codex de Boer?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his secret recipes, including It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And only the present and former head chefs of the Hotel de Boer have the right to read it.
Present and former? Wait, but that already includes the...
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you?
Don't take me for a fool. You know perfectly well what I mean. I want your copy.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They contain the exact same recipes.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you scared of me getting my hands on the original codex?
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift, to thank Escoffier for her years of service. Asking for it back feels a little,
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were your words, weren't they? And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Boer, per the recipe in the codex. Well, Escoffier, you against me. Are you in or out?
You sound surprisingly confident. All right then, let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah.
Believe me, I'll show you.
Escoffier, are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendres so I can get prepping. Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off, never letting you know what she really thinks.
That's patently false, at least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Okay, that's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Mo. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. Their creations had an enormous influence on the course of Fontaine cuisine, turning it into a much more vibrant and diverse scene. For instance, so rare with Modeste and especially Modeste, he was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius.
Ah, Paimon's heard this kind.
What? No, of course. Anyway, never. And that was it. Even then, it's still.
Oh!
Yes, well.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Bourg they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination.
Wait, really?
It did, but like I said, so as for why.
Oh!
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Bourg, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows, maybe Escoffier's version is more suited to your palate. Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hotel de Bourg never would have fallen into a slump.
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah.
So why is she so interested in the original copy? Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Bourg is the true head chef?
Well, it maybe from...
What?
Who knows? We could it means besting her in this bake-off, however much she's changed.
Well...
Let's now, if I have...
Well, that...
Well, I have heard the Traveler...
Oh, count me, even if it means I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in your case is that mise en... Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or...
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straight. A kind of special... this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment. So that...
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. Paimon's never used anything this weird before. Cool! Not weird.
And done. These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients. I've processed all the fruit you chopped up earlier.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next?
Absolutely not! I'll demonstrate again. Now, watch closely. Slowly and carefully. Not a drop too much, and not a drop too little. didn't count. That didn't... That didn't count. And voila! Now it's your turn. Not... But the Traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you oh, well, they... Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook some... That's right. How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet? Look at that! With the...
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a bit of a
6 points.
What? Oh...
That's 6 out of 100.
What?
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from by that lot.
Aww.
Oh, me next, me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my previous ones.
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar.
Aw.
Now to the final dish.
So,
This is our last hope.
8 points.
darn. That's
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation. I have to give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9.
How did you pull that off?
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you put... I can really...
Hey, you been...
Well, it looks like I lost fair.
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining.
Chef Escoffier.
Oh, it's Hilaire. What brings you here?
I heard the news about the... Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let...
Yeah.
The fact is...
Firma.
I... Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Firma?
I...
Do it again! Again! Again!
I...
Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen.
Dad, What's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then
Dad, talk to me.
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Monica, what?
Probably because. But anyway, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of—
Oh, come on.
She sounds like the worst.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escaffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. See?
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it! In the
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Either straighten yourself out, or get out of my kitchen!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling at me.
Oh man, that must be awful.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed?
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the ship. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this.
Dad.
I see. Well, I will win this contest,
But
even if I had to go.
Oh, well, Paimon and Nadia will still keep practicing.
And so will I.
Yeah, and if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right?
Actually, I thought maybe I could help. That's sort of why I'm here.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then, well, this is the first chance I got.
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guaranteed way to put your future employment in jeopardy.
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Firma. I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so nothing could possibly go wrong now.
Great! Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate.
Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking forward to it.
Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
Alright, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives. That's not a bad.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
Why, Savannah? Why? Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it. But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modeste's adventuring phase. And most of it's not even legible anymore. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful. Yeah, maybe. Still, she was a little. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause and yet, I wonder. Yes, with his good. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart. Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured. Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness. And one rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends. Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut. You're right about that. Just follow my lead and victory will be ours.
It's cooking contest day! To the Hotel de Boer! Toot sweet!
But my research had...
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
We cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest. News? It's coming back.
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all.
Savannah?
Monica? Huh.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hôtel de Bord cooking contest commence!
Monica, Traveler, it's go time. Look, even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work! Do not disappoint me.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast, this competition is quickly heating up.
Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
A dash of frosting! Off to the freezer!
That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors. Stay calm, Escoffier. There has to be a way to balance the flavors. Just think.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, Traveler!
Alphonse! What are you playing at? That's not how I taught you to do it!
The balance of flavors is about right. But the quantity is too low.
Yes, chef!
Oh, tension in the ranks on Team Savannah. Will this slow their progress?
For goodness sake, Savannah, what are you doing? Oh, forget it. I've got to focus on my own dish. What are you doing, Escoffier? Your team's waiting on you.
So, what do you think?
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe. Let's check on Savannah's progress.
I think this flavor profile is still a little bit off.
Enough! Useless! Both of you! Make like it.
Wow! Is Savannah serious? Can she really make up for lost time working alone?
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg. Flavor. I was just exercising caution. I had to make sure everything was perfect.
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
Huh. That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by...
We both made this
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautiful.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10. Only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just...
Huh?
All right, on to gâteau number 2.
I have a fear.
How exciting!
I think maybe someone got a little carried away when they were at...
Not just the sugar.
And Paimon thought this might actually...
Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau has won this cooking contest. Now, all that remains is to turn the plate over and reveal the chef's...
What? It's... Savannah?
No! That's impossible!
Hey, Savannah! You cheated, didn't you? You cheater! What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates, didn't you?
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a finger on them. And everyone here can attest to that. It was Vanishem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, why don't you start with them? Isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her edge? Oh, or maybe her assistants let the team down.
You take that...
Judges, we demand a rematch. That's enough. As head chef, Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bit. If you want the Codex de Boer that much, you can have it. Escoffier, no! But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for everything you put him through.
It's It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over, and I won. That means you owe me the codex, and I owe you nothing.
Look, Savannah. But only on the...
Fine. So, will that be all? Ex-head chef?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even open.
I know what I'm doing.
All right, fine.
Escoffier!
The Codex de Boer!
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah! The Codex is...
It's our... Besides, it's not... Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the...
No. No!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets. No nothing? I don't believe it. This can't be happening.
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It's nothing like...
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard...
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning.
But why? Why would she do that?
Our best guess is... she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you.
Yeah, and it's...
Huh, about that.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. They're at a loss to explain it too.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty gâteau myself.
Well, how is...
Oh, this is aggravated assault! Oh, relax. The offending flavors, or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
I'm sorry. I was forced into it. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. Whatever's...
Food safety.
But I swear I didn't do it on... But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use...
This?
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. The thought of Chef... I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? Firstly, so you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened. Oh, well, you should tell Vanna. Good. Now, back to Savannah.
What happened to me? I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier.
Now that you mention it, but the difference...
Still, so many times I've seen her make the cake base. Oh,
Yeah,
Thinking back,
she wants to, but after and at some point.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine.
Oh, for goodness.
Of course, seeing how...
There's still... She might not be on the...
You'd think so.
New head chef, you say? I wonder...
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen. Hey, did you hear me? Once.
All this time, I've been blaming.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet. Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow.
In that case, I'll go and update Verma and his family. I wonder what he'll make of all this.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
That was a long day.
Oh, nice! Macarons or...
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Every year they migrate long distances. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the... But what those poets don't know, whence the lead goose... So, the truth is that leadership... I guess cooking is a science, not magic. Of course, some people have a more... I'd have no reason to expect... And come tomorrow... Thank you for your... Genius?
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Why are we here so check on her? Oh no, Escoffier!
I'm fine. Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here, or we could just grab a cup of coffee from...
Coffee. Strong, bitter coffee beans, transformed through expert brew. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up on your... Wait...
I'll save it for whenever.
Escoffier! Have you seen Savannah?
Huh? No, not since...
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing. Only to find an... I left Alphonse and the... If she's not here...
Boss,
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping...
We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house.
Oh.
Wait a... Of course! From the... Yeah, but...
The Codex?
Seriously? So now she's...
Hold on.
It was you. It sounds like...
Retrieve the code. So the cooking
She's...
this is... First, we thought that Savannah...
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put two and two. Even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan, wasn't it, Monica?
We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Ready when you are.
Very well. I shall put my official duties to one side for the moment.
Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly, the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot more sense.
I think Modest's codex mentioned this place. A public
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? Aw, they ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's...
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guest.
We have to... See, this is why you should always bring snacks, you know?
There is no time for that.
Wait... or not? Are we sure?
Trust me, they'll love it.
Oh, good question.
Yes, we can
Hey, be careful! Scare them off too much and they might not come back again. Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
The tracks turned back again. Ugh, so annoying. Hey, it's open!
Hey, give me your water. Here. I said your water, the one you just drank out of? Sure. All those years later, not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden. Hey, go scout ahead for me. Did you not hear me? Why don't you do it yourself? Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter. That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. Ha! Don't be so self-righteous. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way so you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain. First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli. He offered Modeste his friendship, only to murder him. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. You have no... So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him, right? I am no Savelli, nor will I ever be. Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior now? Just because you finally realize that Escoffier never kept any secrets from you? You didn't show any remorse when she left,
or in the cooking contest. Why start now? You have no right to redemption.
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I am done being bullied into submission by you!
Ooh, feisty. But you
I somehow ever since I learned the truth. I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is—
But you drank it too.
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You...
What's so funny?
Oh, you're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit just to amuse myself. You gave a very rousing performance. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just clean, fresh.
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, you know? Did you really think your half-baked plot would You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain, too. A complete waste of space. No wonder you never amounted to anything.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now,
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. But you should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me.
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica! We've got you surrounded!
Escoffier.
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer.
You can't!
Stay back if you want her alive! Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take...
Monica, what are you hoping to...
A recipe! Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius. He and Savella. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also That's right. I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their...
Will you listen to yourself? You're completely delusional.
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been.
Wait, what's that sound?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
Uh-oh, Savannah's gone too!
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because...
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere. probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping. Yeah,
Solidify!
Let's ride! Catch that from flame!
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests.
A dash of frosting! Huh. A little amuse-bouche!
It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers.
A dash of frosting!
Quake!
Kamisato up. Suiyu!
Oh, so sorry.
A dash of frosting!
Cascade!
I never knew you could process Lumitwol like that. Alright, I've got to jot this down. Lumitwols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
That's strange. These
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They had ventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date. Huh, you really think so?
Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen. Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's death and... Darn it! Paimon was just about to show off...
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since It's exactly the way. Sadly, the treasure of our limited stock of. He was praised as a genius. Modeste tried his best. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure, for old time's sake? Unfortunately, that day will never come.
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died.
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient, the birthplace of Dato de Boer.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it.
The taste of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night, vowing to find out where he had gone wrong. But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original taste. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, tasting. In hindsight, over the course of the finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, in despair, he took his own life. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye. Yet despite everything, he sent me his final letter.
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Then, why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him? Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remoria. It's almost as if someone deliberately erased it from history.
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gâteau de Bourg, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. 1 minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant, too. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot let that come to pass. I will do what I must. It may lead his... I would rather the world... The final loose end is the evidence here. At the bottom of the sea.
Huh?
So we thought...
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for generations. But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the Codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this place. But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Remoria is mine! It's empty. It's empty?
Monica? Oh, we were seconds too late.
Escoffier? What's the deal with that jar?
So he came here.
This can't be happening. All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All my painstaking planning. All that for an empty jar?
Monica, don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous than you realize.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Praise be to Lord Remus. You barbarian shall be slain.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else. Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out!
Let's shred, Starkey!
Off to the freezer!
The depth's back!
Stabilize!
Why is this place still shaking? Either way, it's all her fault. Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here, Traveler Escoffier, come on!
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want, neither will any of you. I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're
Savannah? When did you wake up? I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Traveler? Okay, let's go.
Escoffier! Savannah!
Venegem!
What did...
We had to do...
It was my fault. Escoffier had to leave. Come back, Escoffier.
Okay.
Huh?
If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time, every time.
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left. And so...
Our customers know at the end of the day.
No,
Well, about that...
It's been a while, Chef
Firmin? I'm so sorry, but...
Actually...
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, it got Firmin thinking. And then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night. And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumaline the whole time.
No way! Doesn't that cause nerve damage?
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that mean more fragile or more hot-tempered.
No wonder.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, there's...
You mean...
Oh.
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can so you better make sure you reflect on your behavior.
I will. I'm sorry. Is it just...
It's because the heat...
What?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the ovens in the... I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off.
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was... It all comes back.
Oh, do you know how long I spent perfecting my gâteau de bourg? And you've been head chef now for what? 6 months? You clearly have no idea. Genius or not. You're only surely you haven't...
That...
Ha-ha!
So you got your mojo back?
Yeah.
Friends again!
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right...
But that...
Right, and also...
No, so grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is...
Hey, so...
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
The results are in! A landslide victory for Escoffier!
Quite rightly, too. Piece of cake.
Oh yeah, look at that!
Now, where were we? I had 2 reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that the Hotel de Bourg had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore. So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve my...
Improve how?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Niue, and in her, I saw so many new possibilities. She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus, lizard tails. With her, nothing's off the table. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding away in ingredients we overlook. Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now. Did you taste the difference?
What?
And the other half?
Uh-oh. Paimon's settling.
In the meantime.
All right.
Oh, of course.
Surely Monica, she practically dedicated her.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between the so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Don't forget, and as for the Lumily, even if Savelli
So after all that, feels strange to say about Paimon.
Hey! Huh? You just got back from... Did you see anything experts say?
Wait! Isn't that...
If only...
An antique's value is in the eye of the beholder.
Catch the wind.
Gather! Suffocate! Solidify! Suffocate!
This one will be frozen in time.
Let's ride! Check this out! That's the launch!
Gather! Solidify!
Dodge this! What's the hurry?
I got careless.
Freeze!
Ah! Picked the wrong test subject. The hunter becomes the...
This is order.
Stabilize!
Don't get frostbite.
Cascade.
Off we go.
Finally done.
Gather!
Archon reporting for battle.
Let's make haste.
Solidify!
Your life is mine. Rise with the sun.
I wasn't done. Stabilize! Gather!
Submit.
Dodge this!
Burn it down.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
There's no end to this.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Pyroclastic surge! Full throttle! Rise with the sun!
What's the hurry?
Cool it! Dodge this! Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Wrath from the sky!
I will have order. Gather.
Dodge this!
Your life is mine. Burn it down! Boom!
Yeah. Solidify.
Give up. Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
Cool it! Don't get frostbite.
This is order.
Freeze!
Light it up!
Dodge this!
Don't waste my time. Wrath from the sky! Give up. It's nothing.
Order guide you.
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Don't waste my time. Give up. Your life is mine.
Wealth. Why settle for less than more?
Solidify!
Dodge this!
Burn it down! Even if an antique is priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you obtain it. In a trade war, the perfect hunter leaves no trace. Even if an antique is priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you obtain it.
Stay close and you will live.
Hopefully this won't take long.
Stabilize!
Light it up!
Solidify! I will have order!
The doctor will see.
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Rise with the sun! Incinerate!
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Wow, what a...
Let's ride!
Let's ride!
Let's ride!
Let's get to work.
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice?
Gather!
Light it up! Rev the engines! Rise with the sun!
Stabilize!
Burn it down! Rise with the sun!
Away now.
Amazing!
Gather!
Embrace your searing reckoning!
Let's begin.
Not every wound will heal! Oh,
Light it up!
Stabilize! Yeah. Solidify! This is order!
Need a surfboard? Off we go.
who dares?
Away now.
A witch! I never asked for redemption. Never.
get warmed. Controlled breathing.
Rise with the sun!
Woohoo! Coach will take it from here. Carving waves.
Burn it down!
Let's shred, Sharky!
Pyroclastic surge!
Stabilize!
Stay out of my way!
Start the clock!
Light of the blazing sun! Switching gears.
Let's ride!
You shouldn't see me like this.